Good morning and welcome. Golf is a sport that's kind of been under the radar as a sport that people don't take things seriously. Yes, golf is expensive with golf clubs, golf shoes, and different types of golf sorry, different types of golf clubs, and you gotta get caddy and bags. I get all of that, and golf balls are expensive too. But here's the thing: what I mean by golf being under the radar is just that when it comes to sports, golf is not a sport that people don't really talk about on a regular basis, unless it's like the Masters. And we got the Masters right now. Other sports that's been on a hype train, like basketball, baseball, and football. Those like the high class sports that everybody be talking about 24/7. When you go to sports bars, that's the only thing they talk about. What I mean by that is we got a golf anime, Birdie Wing Girls Golf Story. And the thing about this show is that I was impressed by it. I was surprised by the first episode and what they gave us. And another thing is, the rise of female sports animes is getting there. It's getting there. Now, I love female sports animes because right now, the rise of it is getting better. Sure, we got male sports animes that's still on the horizon. We can name a lot of sports animes: Crocodile Basket, IQ, Yamushi Pedal, Prince of Tennis. But again, we don't have a lot of female sports animes, and it's been dropping because and most people think of it like, okay, this is a female sports anime, it's fan service. It's getting better. I mean, think about it. Keijo, How to Caught and Receive, Rock Climbing Girls. Now this. Oh, I Want to Be the Strongest in the Universe, the wrestling anime. There are some good female sports animes, and it's getting there as we speak. But the first episode of Birdie Wing has got me thinking. This is another show that everybody needs to get into. You don't have to be a fan of golf, but if you like sports animes, you might want to watch this and give it a try. So here's my review of the premiere of Birdie Wing Girls Golf Story. Now, what do we love about golf? The fields, the quietness, how stern you gotta be, the swing. That's how golf is. So we look at the story behind Girls Golf Story is Eve and Aoi, and both of them live in similar traits. Here's the thing about this is what I like about this story. You have two players play golf, but with different style, and how each of them grew up in different areas. It's like East meet the West, North meets the South, and how they play differently in the competition of golf. So with Eve, we take a look at Eve. She's disguised as the pro player, and she's using three freaking clubs. Three clubs. That's all she has. Three clubs, and her shots are perfect. I mean, literally perfect. I mean, Eve is no joke. Let me say that again. Eve is no freaking joke. Her swings in this episode is flawless. I mean, she hit a tree. I mean, in one of her matches, and I love it, was when her swing was so good that it went between the trains and hit a rake and got into the green. That's that. And I'm like, oh my God, she's busted. She's busted. That's why they call it a rainbow bullet. I mean, literally. She go through the golf ball, and she swung that golf club, the golf ball just hit right through between two train cars and in a rake and then got into a green. I'm like, damn, for a birdie. And I'm like, that's anime. And I know people gonna say, wait, is that anime physics? Because literally, like High School the Dead, where that's my favorite show, where the bullet went between Saiko's boobs. I mean, like, come on. So when he went between two train cars, I'm like, damn, she's freaking good. That moment, I was happy. I was shocked, by the way. 3 golf clubs. That's it, just 3. And it's like a bullet with a gun, like, boom. Now, Eve and Aoi's story is a little different. I don't know where the plot of where this is going to go, because they need more storyline between it. But I'm looking at Eve's story, the blonde hair Eve, and I'm looking at it from a different perspective. It's like one grew up in the streets, trying to raise money. Like, she goes out facing these golf players just to make a living and support and clothing for her three adopted siblings and a bartender and a friend. So I get Eve is working really hard. And she don't want to be in the pros. She don't want to be in the pros. She just want to make some money, earn enough money for them to stay home and all that stuff. That's why the cops came in and tried to arrest her. But with all that money she has, they let her go. So she's working really hard. Now, Aoi. Okay, let's look at Aoi, the black hair, the one with the black hair. It's like, looking at her, she comes from like a high, rich, somewhat of a strict family, especially with the show The Mom. So I get where this is coming from in terms of this. Now, Eve's story, we got a little somewhat of a flashback. I mean, her tiring out playing golf and her father there. And then I forgot to mention this. There's a scar on her head, meaning must have something happened. Either she got hit in a golf ball, either a golf ball hit her in the head or something else. But either way, that scar is gonna be something that we're gonna see on about, and I hope we get to see that on how she got the scar. But her swing is so freaking lit. Her swing is so lit. I mean, like one scene with the bucket, she just hitting it and keep hitting it. She in all these perfect shots. She is a freaking pro. And in that moment when she fought Chris, he swung when she hit it. It went through the tree. She thought Eve was gonna go around the tree. No, she literally swinged it, hit the tree branch, went straight. And then she I declined, I quit. And she has a championship. Not only that other player has a championship in 2 days, it's upset her. She's like, I can't beat her. Again, Eve have no experience. Like, she never been to school like that, but she playing like that with 3 clubs. That's a handicap. She could beat your ass with 3 golf clubs. That's how badass she is. Oh, and I like the reference they did. The Gundam reference. Her friend Lily, she's into anime, and thank God she is. I mean, the way she brought up Gundam, she's like, oh, because when Aoi introduced to Eve, when Aoi's saying hi to Eve, saying Japanese, I like how Lily say, oh, the land of anime, and all that stuff. Funny shit. And Aoi's golf ball is Pac-Man. Waka, 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 waka. A little Pac-Man. So it was hilarious. Oh my God, it was hilarious. Funny. I like the references. Pretty good job. Now, when Aoi swinged, Eve looked at her like, wow. You're talking about a rivalry? This is going to be the rivalry we're going to see between these 2 girls playing golf. And that's saying something. Plus, I was surprised by the soundtrack. When it had little flashbacks, you got to love the music. The music was livid. The music was good. It was great. I love the music. I was surprised by it. I was surprised, given what it is. Now we're gonna see more. Now, overall, this was a very good episode. I love it. I mean, we got what we wanted to see. We got to see, some golf matches. At least about, let's say, 1, 2, 3, 4 golf matches. But they were so freaking great. They were so great to see. Now, again, there's the story between Eve and Aoi we're gonna see the rise. How they got into playing the golf, and each of them with their own playing style. We're gonna see how that goes. And I gotta say, you're talking about a rivalry. This is gonna be the rivalry that we're gonna see this week in terms of the female sports animes. I mean, like, again, the rivalry between Eve and Aoi is gonna be great. Both play styles, both have different ways of playing golf. So it's good. It's good to see. We're gonna see how this works out between Eve and Aoi's battle to be the best female golf player. But we'll see how that goes. So, great episode, by the way. And surprisingly, I was really surprised by it. So, I look forward for next week's episode of Birdie Wing, Girls Golf Story. And we're going to see more of the story between Eve and Aoi as they improve their skills and their rivalry to become the best golf player. We'll see how that goes. So, stay tuned for next week.